1, 2, 3.
Welcome.
Yeah, where's Tammy?
Let's get on with
Let's
the
do
show.
it. Let's go.
Welcome to the show, everyone. It is happy hour. It is mixed cocktail hour.
It's all those things, all rolled into one.
So, today, what are we doing?
Today, Tammy, we are celebrating the Scandinavian, the European, the midsummer.
Midsummer.
Midsummer. It is when we celebrate, not we Americans,
Yes.
we humanity.
Yes, the world.
Excluding Americans, because I've never heard of it.
Okay.
So I wanted to bring in, since we don't know a lot about that, I wanted to bring in another ingredient from
Who
Sweden.
says we don't know about that?
Americans don't.
Assuming I don't.
I didn't say, Americans. We Americans. I'm sure you know a lot about it.
No, I don't, actually.
But I am bringing in something that I think you might not know a lot about,
What?
which is this guy. This is Swedish Punch. P-U-N-S-C-H. Punch.
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 Oh, that reminds me of the old Swedish drinking song. Förväg är den ilgen stillen bunchen. Yes.
Is that the song? Were you just singing that?
That was the title of,
Oh,
of
okay.
the old Swedish drinking song
Uh-huh.
from the 1600s. Yes. Look it up.
Yeah, I guess
I wasn't
so.
making this up.
I've literally never heard you mention a song and then not sing the song.
Yes.
So I was
I don't
waiting
know
for you.
how the song goes.
Okay, all right.
I could have just sang it and been like, Förvägen ilsten öden stillen punchen. And you would have been like, wow, that's nice. But I chose to tell the truth and not actually sing it, so.
So this is actually Swedish punch. This stuff was made by sailors. They came into port, these Swedes did,
Yeah.
and they said, they did their little dance, I'm sure. That's
yeah.
the only thing I know
Yeah.
about the
Sang
Swedes.
the
is like,
Swedish
I think they
song.
do this dance. They
Yeah,
sang the
that's the-
Ooften lief and glaft and grooved and teeft
Yeah.
and glaft and oofed and doof and
Yeah.
and then he said afterwards,
Yeah.
we have this stuff, let's bottle it and sell it. And they did.
Yeah.
They did.
You know it's strong if it comes from sailors.
Sailors are good drinkers.
I mean-
technically, the Swedes seem like they're a little afraid of the strong stuff. This is 26% ABV.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, they're tame sailors.
It's a liqueur. It's a liqueur. Yeah, they were sailors
just-
that wanted to get places and
Get places,
It's
yes.
hard to
Yeah.
do this dance when you're that
That's
drunk.
true, and
Right.
sing the songs.
Right.
Yes.
So we're gonna be making 3 different cocktails today that
Yeah.
use Swedish punch.
Love it.
And you're gonna be starting with the first one. So the first one, probably the most famous of all the Swedish punch cocktails.
Yeah.
It's called the Doctor.
Can we get it at IKEA?
Can you get a Swedish
The
punch at
doctor
IKEA?
at IKEA, yes.
I doubt it. It'd be called
Can I eat my meatballs?
Doofen Doctor.
Doof doctor?
Yeah, and
That's
they-
with the meatballs?
And then they
No?
put it right together.
Okay.
I don't know much about Sweden.
Yes.
So let's build this cocktail, the
What do I need?
Doctor. So we're gonna first need some Swedish punch.
Yeah, but
Let's
am I
grab
stirring or
a.
shaking,
You're
or
gonna
what are we
shake
doing?
this one.
Shaking, okay.
We're shaking everything today.
Okay. All
Right there. This is created by a guy named Hugo Enslin, and we talk about Hugo all the time. Recipes for mixing drinks, his
Yeah.
famous book. There's the original recipe for this just called for adding lime juice to Swedish punch.
That's it?
That's it. That's all it called for, but we're not doing that. We are going to just be taking 1.5 ounces of some Swedish punch.
Oh. Well, let me go. Okay, hold on. Let me just do an ounce here so I get this right.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
And do a little half action. Half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yep.
Now, of course, this is made of rum.
Yes.
So if we want to fortify this, we want to add more to this, we're going to grab some of this. This is just rum. It's just
Yeah.
rum. And we're going to be putting in equal parts, so 1.5 ounces of just some rum.
Okay. Good old plantation.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Why not? The official rum of Mixed Cocktail Hour.
The official rum of rums.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. What next?
Well, we're basically making this into a daiquiri. So
Oh.
now you need to do 1 ounce of lime juice. Hopefully there's enough lime juice in that. I'll be cutting one over here.
Got to do the kush roll.
Yeah, roll that kush. Give you a little cutting apparatus.
Sorry, what'd you say? An ounce?
You need 1 ounce, so hopefully we can get a full ounce out of that guy.
I think so.
Well, if not, I have another one over here ready to go.
These look half. Where's that? Got a half out of there.
Weak.
Almost. You said half, right?
I need a full ounce.
Oh, full. Sorry.
I need 1 full ounce. Keep going.
I know. I'm just trying to get it all. If I squeeze too hard, it'll fly out the front. I'm trying to.
What do you mean the front?
Out here.
Out the holes that it's meant to go out of?
Yeah, sometimes it comes like out here, right?
Right.
But if I squeeze too hard, it will squirt out the front. I know what I'm doing. Everyone just relax. Okay. See how it's coming?
I do see
like
that, but you know, if you turn it...
If
you
I
know
do
what?
that,
I'm good.
It's gonna like...
I'm good.
Do that.
No,
I didn't want to do that.
Totally understood. Yeah, no, that's... this is all making sense. Throw that in there. Ounce and a half. 1 ounce of that. That is it, Tammy. That is the whole drink. It's called the Doctor.
You need some ice?
Yes,
Okay.
please. I don't know how to say doctor in Swedish.
Doctor.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You know, we share a space with a very Swedish gentleman.
He's very Swedish.
He's very
because
Swedish.
He's from Sweden.
Right. His name is Carl.
Yes.
And he was teaching us some drinking songs before we started.
Yeah. Did you remember anything?
Yes, I do.
You did?
Yes, I remember one. It was fun. It goes...
Do we have to do the dance?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
That's the only way to do it. It went... Punch, do 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 do, punch, 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 do 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 do, punch, 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 do 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 do, punch, punch, punch. I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay. I mean, hey. Who knew they'd come up with that song?
The Swedes?
The Swedes,
They came up with the punch, do 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 song. It was close to that. It wasn't exactly that.
I think that was great.
Yeah, thank you.
I think I've heard that song before.
Maybe somewhere.
Probably at IKEA. Again,
Yeah.
When I was eating my meatballs.
That's right. That's exactly right. All right, so we're gonna, of course, be putting this one into a coupe. You got one down there?
Okay. Yes. Bing.
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Hawthorne it.
Okay. Let's see what we have here with the Doctor. Mm-hmm. Will this bring us back to life?
No.
No.
No. In fact, this will put us back closer
Back
to
to
death.
sleep.
Yeah, back closer to death. Yeah. This is the Doctor cocktail. I imagine Hugo would have been a big fan of a little bit of a lime wheel, so we'll throw a lime wheel on there.
Why not?
Why not, indeed?
Well, the Swedes, you know, I mean, they're also famous for like the Vikings and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe this was like a, you know, maybe they were drinking this kind of grog.
Yeah.
Even earlier than we think.
Maybe, for sure. Yeah, I mean,
don't know.
they've clearly been making punches for a long time, but the Swedish sailors were the ones that really put this together.
Yeah.
Late 1700s, we
Yeah.
started seeing
Right.
this stuff. So,
Alright.
give that a taste. Let me know. It's going to be sort of daiquiri-esque.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This reminds me of your daiquiri.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's got a lot of that
good.
flavors though. Like it has a that Swedish Punch really is. I recommend it. It's tough to describe even what Swedish Punch does. Actually, you're pretty good at describing stuff. Why don't you grab a little
These guys?
one of those guys. Let's just taste it up.
Yeah, you put that in there.
Now that you sort of know what its
Yeah,
most famous cocktail is, you should
it's-
taste what the.
It is funny because I'm used to, classic Austrian Christmas punch.
Right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Smell-wise, you could be tricked into thinking it's rum.
Yeah, straight on
Or-
rum. We Dean earlier described it as something very different.
Oh wow. Okay. It's way more perfumey
Yeah.
than rum.
Right.
Rum, it's actually a lot sweeter
Lots sweeter.
and a lot lighter.
Yeah, for sure.
It's almost like diluted rum.
Well, that's exactly what it is. In
Yeah.
fact, that's exactly what
Yeah.
it is. It is just diluted. That's
Yeah.
a really good way to describe it. That
Yeah.
it is. It's rum that is made to taste less strong.
Yes.
That's all
That's
there is to
basically
it.
what it is. It tastes like rum with water in it.
You catching any Robitussin?
No.
Dean said. Dean,
Robitussin?
Dean thought it tasted. He said, if you had told me this was Robitussin, I would have said, yes, you're right.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I didn't catch it either, but
I mean, maybe it's the sweetness.
yep.
Isn't that what they make scissorp out of?
Scissorp?
Yeah.
Yes, that is what they
Okay.
make scissorp out of. Is
need to have a
Robitussin.
talk with
The
Dean.
tussin. Yeah, the tussin.
Yes.
Yeah, where you go robo tripping.
But this
Don't
is
do that.
fantastic. This is great.
Yeah.
I can imagine this being like a sailor's drink.
Right.
And also, then you can still steer
Right.
where you're going.
And hopefully do some surgeries. as the doctor.
And can I just say, if anyone has recognized what I'm wearing?
Yes, thank you.
Who is this handsome guy?
This guy. Yeah.
Who's this guy? Huh?
Also, I have a mixed shirt. You
Yes.
can buy those too.
That's fine, but look at this.
Thank you, Tammy.
Okay?
Thank you.
You can do all sorts of stuff with it. You can put it in a little knot, make it more summery.
Right.
Stuff like that, make it more fashionable, right? For your summer day, for the midsummer. Yeah.
That's perfect.
All right.
All right. Let's
Drink
keep
number two.
drinking. Let's keep drinking.
Yeah.
All right. So we had Hugo.
Yes.
We love Hugo.
Love Hugo.
There's a couple people that we love equally as much.
Yes. Don.
Harry.
Oh, the hairy guy? The Harry Johnson guy?
No, not Harry Johnson.
Oh.
Harry Craddock.
Oh, Harry.
Harry Craddock of the Savoy.
Harry
He put together a huge book. This is one of his Swedish punch recipes.
Yeah.
And it actually has a name very similar to a name that we've used before. There's a cocktail called the 12 Mile Limit.
Yes.
This is called 12 Miles Out. 12 miles was a big thing right at that point because it was a prohibition era situation.
Oh,
I
know.
Yeah, you couldn't drink anywhere closer than 12 miles out at sea. So 12 miles out.
Yeah.
This would be a good cocktail.
Didn't it start a little shorter and people were getting smart about it?
3 miles.
Was it 3?
Started
Like, we
the
can do
3 mile
3.
limit. People are like, I can
with a
swim
dinghy,
3
we can
miles.
do 3.
Yeah.
If I need a drink,
Yeah.
I'll do 3. And
People
they're like,
were-
let's do 12.
People were way into that drinking at that point, so
Yes.
they weren't going anywhere. So, a fun one. It's one of those ones that, in my opinion, tastes old. It
Okay.
tastes like an old cocktail. So whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not saying it tastes dusty or like it's gone bad.
Yeah.
It just tastes like some history. So
Yeah.
let's get into it. We are going to be calling for this now in the Savoy. Harry actually calls for this rum by name. He calls for Bacardi rum.
Okay.
Now, Bacardi rum was it's sort of like calling for Kleenex back
At
then.
that time, it was still Cuban
Still
rum,
very Cuban,
right?
yeah.
It wasn't Puerto
Especially,
Rican rum.
well, and in England, it's still
True.
It's still
Yeah.
the Havana rum, but yeah, they would call for Bacardi rum, basically just meaning a white rum. But since they called for Bacardi, we're going to use Bacardi. Let's hit this with 3/4 of an ounce of some white rum.
Did Harry work at the same time as Ada?
He worked at the same time, but he was I believe he was the bartender, the head bartender directly after Ada. There might have been two or one in between, but I don't think so. I got to go back through and check that out. But yeah, but they definitely they knew each other for sure.
Yeah.
Kind of one of those fun cocktail ingredients.
Yeah.
Doesn't get thrown around a lot. Certainly like Swedish Punch, Calvados.
Yeah.
Calvados.
Shows the age though too.
It does.
These are the tastes of history.
Right. Yeah. So Calvados, of course, just an apple brandy that is, it has a lot of rules to it. Sort of like a cognac or a champagne, where it can be made and all that stuff. We need 3/4 of an ounce of some Calvados.
Okay.
Or, to be honest, I don't hear a lot of people ever say. I only read about Calvados. Some people have said Calvados.
It's gotta be Calvados.
Calvados.
Calvados. Where's it from?
France.
Oh. Well, it might be.
Oh, Calvados.
Calvados.
Oh.
Calvadon.
Calvados.
Yeah, no S.
I don't
Calvadon.
know much about it.
Yeah. And of course, yes.
Swedish Punch. Swedish
yes.
Punch. Here we go. We're going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce of some Swedish Punch.
The Swedish Punch.
And Harry in the book does say to shake this one.
Okay.
So we're just going to give this a quick one of these guys. We don't want to break anything, so just, a real subtle
Yes,
dance.
because you don't want to shake it.
You don't wanna shake it.
This is the Kush. I don't really
Yeah.
want to shake it, but
This
I'm
is-
going to give it a
This
half-ass shake.
that is me being,
Yeah.
a little glib.
The half-ass.
A half-ass.
Half-ass shake.
Can I have one more of
Want
the
another coupe?
Coops? Yes.
Wow.
We're cooping it up all day.
2 coops in a day?
We are little coops. The APC. We're just gonna throw this in here. Nice short cocktail, not a
My
ton
goodness.
going on. Of course, it's equal parts, so you can scale up, scale down. If you want a
Yeah.
larger one of these, instead of 3/4,
Double it up.
half. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna put in a little spray here of a lemon.
Okay.
You can do lemon or you can do orange. Give that a spray. Drop that in, and there you have it. This is called 12 Miles Out.
12 miles out. Well, I mean... Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's see what everyone's sailed out for. Oh, you're right. You taste the history.
There's just a lot of booze in there. There's like
Yes.
it's very much a very booze forward situation. So you just have a lot of flavors coming at you.
All right, drink number 3.
The last two.
Midsummer.
The last two were so old.
Yes.
I wanted to bring in a new one.
Okay.
So, I remember a while ago I was messing around with some Swedish Punch and I came up with a cocktail. At the time, I was listening to a band that my friend is in. My friend Kevin is in it. They're called the Cotillionaires.
The Cotillionaires.
The Cotillionaires. Cotillion is like it's like a thing that like American debutantes do. And then they are the heirs.
Cotillon.
The Cotillon. I used to go to all their shows. I was a huge fan.
Yeah.
They had a great song called "Eat Lightning." Now,
Eat lightning?
Eat Lightning.
Don't do that, kids.
The lyrics of it, though, are much better
Okay.
than even that, and I've named this after the lyrics, which is, the name of this cocktail is, I want to eat lightning, and I never want to die. I want to eat lightning, and I never want to die. I want to eat lightning, and I never want to die. So we're going to be starting off over here. It's a cocktail with a lot of ingredients. This will not taste old. This will taste like one of these hodgepodge new things. We're going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce of an aged rum.
Okay.
We need 3/4 of an ounce of some bourbon.
Oh.
I was way more into bourbon back in those days. So we're going to do some Dr. James Crow, Old Crow bourbon. 3/4 of an ounce of that.
This in the meantime.
And then we are going to put in some sweet red vermouth.
Love it.
3/4 of an ounce of that. Now this is a good place to stop a cocktail.
Yep.
I feel like you got, you have double the liquor as you do the vermouth, so you sort of created a kind of a fun.
Trying to even it out with some citrus.
Well, no, you've created a version of a Manhattan right now. Is basically what we have without the bitters. We'll put bitters here. Actually, let's do the bitters now. We're gonna take some of this. This is Angostura Bitters, brand new bottle. So we're gonna have to shake this. All you want is 2 big dashes, but since it's a new bottle, we're gonna have to probably do 4. So 5,
6, 7, 10, 20.
Yeah.
About 23 dashes.
It's just new bottles are the worst for these things because those are the worst thing that's ever happened to bartending. These little tips. So we're gonna be putting in 2 dashes of some orange bitters as well. Look at that, way better. The next thing we gotta be putting in here, we're going to be filling this out a little bit more. I'm gonna start over here with some peach tree, the De Kuiper.
Oh, yes.
We want 1/2 of an ounce of that.
De Kuiper.
De Kuiper. 1/2 of an ounce of just some peach liqueur. Any peach liqueur will work. Creme de pêche would also work in this thing. And then, of course, last but not least, just a little bit of this Swedish punch to come through. We need 1/2 of an ounce of some Swedish punch.
I'm very excited. I have no idea. What? Well done.
Thank you.
It's part of the recipe.
It's part of the recipe.
You need a little cork taste in there.
Make sure you get a little cork in your cocktail.
Corkage.
Yeah. There we go. Again, I see a lot of Swedish punch cocktails being shaken. So we're gonna shake this. Nice light shake. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Love it. I love the smell of this cocktail. We are going to be putting this over 1 large piece of ice. Give that a stir until it fits. Chill our glass.
There we go. Look at that. Look at that wrist action.
Look at it. Babe it. We're going to train this right on top of here.
Wow. I mean, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's a fun little drink. I mean, this was an early situation of mine. So clearly I have...
Early, you mean when you got into bartending?
When I just was starting out with bartending,
Okay.
I was working on some of this stuff. I'd never heard of Swedish Punch, and then somebody brought in a bottle, and I said, let me see what I can't do with it. So I actually haven't had this cocktail in a long time. I just found it in an old book of mine.
Okay.
So I wanted to see what you thought of it.
All right.
This is I Want to Eat Lightning,
I want to do that again.
and I Never Want to Die. Look up the Cotillions. They have another great song called
Okay.
Otis Redding.
Oh, okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's see. Oh, it smells great. Oh, wow. Ooh, I'm loving that peach in there.
Yeah, peach is nice.
Loving that little peach
Yeah.
action. Little bourbon thing going on.
Yeah.
A little bit of Iraq.
The rum and the punch should be working together in tandem
Yeah.
to sort of surround the rest of the drink.
Which is so funny because this looks kind of like it would be something strong, because you assume like sometimes brown means like take it easy.
Yeah, exactly.
And you probably should,
Yeah.
actually, because it's clearly quite strong.
Yeah.
But it's a great summer drink.
Yeah.
A great midsummer drink.
Yes, mid-summer drink.
Yes.
Yeah, the moment you put that Swedish Punch into anything, it really does become sort of a summer cocktail.
I'm loving that because it is sometimes when you think you might want to have a rum cocktail.
Right.
But you don't want to get too hammered.
Right.
This is a great option.
That's exactly right.
Or just water down your rum.
Or just
Basically. Water down your Bacardi.
That's also, yeah, just pour some water in your Bacardi. Yeah, a couple ways, 2 ways to do it. 2 equally valid ways to do that.
Yeah, what a great thing to do if
Yeah.
if you want some like summer punches,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can make these in batches as well. Right?
Yes,
These are
absolutely.
great for
Especially that middle one, but
the 12 miles out.
The 12 miles out. But the first one too, just put in.
The doctor.
Yeah, put in 1.5 times whatever the lime is of both the other situations, and yeah, these are all great to batch.
These I find that would be great. Maybe add a little fruit.
And then when all of your
crazy.
friends, all of your Swedish friends come over, all the Carls,
Yeah.
Carls
all
and
the
the
Carls.
Svens.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh yeah, Karlskadig, I love
Yeah.
you." And then they sing.
They sing.
And then they sing the Fågeln is a blingin' stillsen punchen. Yeah, it'll be such a fun time. And then we build together the morlag.
Yeah.
And then we have some cabinets.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. And then we eat some meatballs.
Sounds like a real good afternoon.
I know,
I'm in.
right? I would say out of these 3, first of all, they're all fantastic.
Yeah.
But I have to say, even though the name is obnoxious, Eat Lightning. What? But I hope I don't die?
I Want to Eat Lightning, and I Never Want to Die.
Is the winner.
Thank you.
Yes. This is the winner
He did
of
it.
Friday for our midsummer show.
That's right.
And that is it
That's how they say it.
from us.
That's it.
Okay?
Das
Thank you
is-
so much.
De under.
Det är så underbart att och inte punchen.
Punchen var och punchen är och punchen ska förbliva.
That's what
Livet
it's-
är
see?
vi alla har som ingen kan fördriva. När punchen tinar upp så väl och svalkar både kropp och själ. Det lindrar begär och botar besvär när punchen gör både gott och väl. Punch, 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 punch,
Ah, sweet.
Thank you.
See? The sweets are fun. Right?
They're the greatest.
Yeah.
This is Carl, everybody. This is Carl.
This is who we're talking about. Carl, Carl, has
Carl
all the-
from Sweden.
Carl from Sweden with the Swedish songs. Jörg Alskedig, Carl.
Jag älskar dig.
Jalskade.
Ja.
Jalskade.
Cheers.
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 Bye, everybody. Thanks, man. That was awesome.